Hey, what's up with everybody out there? So we got Leniesha back here, and today we finna talk about the Black Panther Party and how her family was part of it. And say what's up.
Hi y'all, how y'all doing? I'm back. At the end of this video, we gonna, link my channel and stuff. I want to talk to y'all. I got a lot of good feedback in the comments from the last video, so I want to, give y'all an option to watch both of us.
Yeah, make sure after this video is done, you guys go add and subscribe to her channel.
Yeah, we gonna link all the info in the description. So
yeah, we're gonna do all that. I'm gonna write it down. So, all right, so let's get down to the subject at hand today. So the Black Panther Party, do you know how it started?
Yes, I do know how it started. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, they were going to Merritt College. They were joining like groups there that basically, had the same goals as the Black Panther Party, but of course the Black Panther Party didn't exist then. But basically, they wanted to start their own thing. Like after joining other groups and really feeling like the groups wasn't, worried about the issues they were concerned with, or basically finding the right thing to do to affect change, then they were like, hey, let's start our own thing.
Oh, okay. I heard something about Hunters Point. Something happened in Hunters Point that kind of kicked it off. What happened with that?
Definitely. So a 16-year-old boy got killed by the police in Hunters Point in 1966, I believe. He was running away. So once they did the autopsy and all that, they showed that it was from his back. So yes, he was shot. He was only 16. After that situation happened, even they shot up a community center in Bayview. And it was like 200 kids in there at the time. This was right after the shooting because people were like upset. So yeah.
Damn. And for y'all don't know, Bayview and Hunters Point is based out of San Francisco, California.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Damn, that's shady.
Yep. The assassination of Malcolm X happened in '65. All this stuff was like brewing. They had the Watts riot. They arrested this black man unfairly to where his mama jumped in and was beating on the police, the brother, and then they all went to jail. So, people started, that's what the Watts riots was for, if nobody knew that.
Damn. So, it's kind of tied in that shit's still happening today.
Yes, exactly. Yep. We've been fighting for change all this time and ain't nothing really changed, but yeah.
What's crazy is that I watched the Black Panther movie. And if you guys ain't watched it, for the young people over here that don't really know too much about history or don't know nothing about the streets, the federal government actually infiltrated the Black Panther Party and tried to have them commit crimes and bribe other people to do stuff to make it look like they were an illegal group when they really wasn't an illegal group. I can always fix that and edit that in. It's a little windy today. Hold on, let's see.
I was gonna make it.
We in a nice spot, so we good. Oh, all of a sudden. Okay, so hold on. Technical difficulties. As soon as I start talking about some shit.
Right.
Oh, here we go with this shit.
Try to adjust the camera.
All right, my fault. We have the technical little difficulties on the little camera thing, but yeah, so basically they tried to infiltrate them. And what did you say? You just said something?
COINTELPRO. That was the name of the operation. Like, it was basically used to stop the progression of radical groups. Like, back then they felt like, at one point the Black Panthers was considered the biggest threat. That's what they used to say, the biggest threat to like the national security. That's how they deemed them.
Because they had the right to bear arms, so they used that right to, to protect themselves and protect the black community.
Yeah, they were policing the police. That was the one of the main points of the Black Panther Party.
Policing the police.
They was harassing people just trying to get by, live their lives, That's when, they used to have like the stop and frisk and all of that. It all used to be illegal. They used to just be able to hop out and do whatever to whoever, and no consequences was being done about it.
They've been doing that shit to me for years as a youngster, and they never faced no consequences. Me getting my ass whooped and a whole bunch of shit. And
exactly.
You know what? Keep going about what you're saying, because I had a point that I wanted to make. Oh yeah, the point I wanted to make was this. Back then, it seemed like people really stood up for one another. They stood up for their rights.
Yes.
Nowadays, this generation they don't care. They're heartless.
Yes.
It seems like they don't care, and they think it's funny when they see another minority, or supposedly the minority, right? Another brother, another black brother, another brown brother getting killed. They think this shit's funny and this is a game. And it's like they're very heartless people. There's no more marching. You don't see people standing up for themselves. So one thing I admire about the Black Panther Party is that they stood up for themselves and for their community.
10 toes down. They definitely stood up for their community to the point where, you know, then they started opening branches all over. You know, they had branches all over. It took the Black Panther Party, what, 4 years to be like established, like to get to where they were going, you know. And again, the 10-point program that the Black Panthers created, basically what they wanted was like really, really simple. And it's crazy because when I first read it, I was like, you know, the stuff that they were asking for is stuff they should have already had. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was the reason why they started the group, because it's like, hey, like, government, hello, you know, we need assistance with what's going on and y'all not helping us, you know. So all they wanted was housing, education, free health care for everybody. They, you know, wanted people to get a fair trial when they did go to jail. They wanted a jury of their peers, not a jury of people that don't look like them, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all about, again, even with the free breakfast program that the Black Panther started, that's still implemented today, you know.
They're doing a free breakfast this Saturday, I heard, in Oakland, West Side Oakland.
Yes, yes. And with that program, you know, the government said they were already working on their free lunch, free school stuff, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, like, the Black Panthers kicked that off. Like, kids wasn't getting fed in the morning at school. They didn't have, you know what I'm saying? And the Black Panthers basically was saying, hey, you know, how can kids learn if they're hungry? You know, how can kids focus if their stomach is growling? Like, they can't, you know. And, you know, Black and brown communities suffered the most, you know, and they... Exactly. So the government should have helped with that. That should have been something that was already implemented. And it's funny that after the Black Panthers did it, then they wanted to do it. Now all of a sudden they act like they care and things like that. So yeah.
Wow, that gets deep.
Yeah.
So they, you know, they really cared about their community, it seemed like, and it was really true. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that gets deep within this. You said you have a relative.
Yeah, I do.
That was part of the movement?
I do. My granny actually helped with the free lunch program. At the time, she was living in Richmond, and she would come to Oakland to help them feed the kids breakfast. My mom told me, you know, it was a point in time where, you know, once the Black Panthers started rising and getting more attention, that, you know, my granny had to move from Richmond and move to Oakland because they were watching her. Yeah, so, you know, she was getting wrapped up in all that stuff. And, you know, I was watching like documentaries and stuff from back in the day, and they talked about that a lot. It was like, the lady said that people was dying like month to month. Like, it was back to back to back to back to back to back. They were killing Black Panther members. Like,
kind of like how they were watching Tupac's mom.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
And how they came in there and raided her because of her dude was part of the movement.
Hell yeah. And that's why I'm glad when she died, she stayed like on the water somewhere. Like, she had like a boat and she was on the water, and I never knew that. I just watched this documentary and it showed her on there. But I'm glad that she did that, because yeah, it's like, why do y'all harass people? Like, why do y'all want to make it hard for certain groups of people? Like, I never understood that. I don't know what you're gonna gain. What do you get from that for being an asshole?
What do people gain off of worried about what the next man's doing in his life and his happiness or whatever's going on, right?
Especially if you're helping people. Like with the Black Panther Party, that should have never been a threat to anybody, because they were helping people. They were helping the less fortunate. They had free clinics because they wanted people to have free healthcare. They wanted people to have somewhere to go. They had free legal aid. You know, they didn't want nobody left behind. If they saw people hanging out on the corners and stuff, little black boys hanging out on the corners, they would put them to work. It was none of that going on when the Black Panthers was patrolling the street. So I don't even see why they
wasn't even selling drugs in their community.
No,
right?
They were not. Exactly. And if they saw somebody doing that, they would stop it. So it's like, yeah, I don't see how that was ever perceived as a threat, or like a threat to national security, or whatever the fucking case may be. So
it seemed like me they wanted to control a certain group of people.
They definitely want to control, and they still do that today. That's why so many people scared to even speak up or do anything or start any movement, because they know that they're going to be a target. It's going to be a target on their back. And that happens anywhere. Like, I feel like anytime you try to speak up or change or do something to spark change, like, you're targeted automatically.
as soon as I came out in the open about 8 years ago, somewhere around there, and I said, man, we all the same. We all the same raza and the same struggle, right?
We are. And
I said, why are we killing each other, right? Man, I got targeted, and everybody in this world know what I'm talking about. I got targeted full force, and you know, I'm also a mixed breed. You know what I'm saying? I'm Chicano, Africano, Taino. You know what I'm saying? Aztec, French, Spanish. You know what I'm saying? On my Puerto Rican side, I'm Africano though. My grandparents got afros, so I can relate to what homegirl's talking about right here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel for the struggle, because me being both, you know what I'm saying, and just being a mixed breed like that, and just having super rap skills, and just being super charismatic, and just being me, I became a target. But like I said, they can't kill me because at the end of the day, God has our back.
Exactly.
And he's gonna make everything right that was wrong.
Period. It's already happening. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. You know, I can't say too much on here, but it's definitely happening. You know, if you pay attention for real, or I'll just say if you know, you know. But it's already happening. You can see it. That's why it's so much a target on like oppressed people right now. You know, it's a target, especially with this election coming up. Like from the moment Kamala announced that she was running, it's just all I see is black this, black, 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 black. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen black used, and they're just like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Yeah, I'm not voting for her because she black at all. That has nothing to do. That's neither here nor there. I was voting for Joe Biden, so it has nothing to do with her being black. But it's just like the attacks that they do on her, unprovoked though. Unprovoked. It's like you could tell, something going on. Now they on the Haitians, saying the Haitians eating animals and shit like that. They better leave them Haitians alone, because them Haitians don't play that shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot of you know, conversation around.
I'm voting for Trump because the simple fact that he was the one who gave dollars back to the hood.
Did he?
He gave us a couple racks for them stimulus checks.
Oh yeah, but that ain't no reason to be voting for him. I ain't voting for that. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
not voting for nobody,
yeah,
but I just want somebody who's gonna give me some money.
Yeah, you gotta think about the bigger picture. See, you gotta think about the bigger picture.
I don't even know too much about politics. But
yes, I do.
That could be your.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell them, go ahead. Tell them what you think.
Hell yeah, like I said, you know, a lot of stuff that they put out about Kamala is not even true. So I feel like when you do your own research, then you'll know to see. You know, Donald Trump, like I said, that Central Park 5 shit and the lawsuits he had for not written to black people back in the day and shit like that. You can't sweep that shit under the rug. I don't rock with nobody that don't like my people for no reason.
So he's being racist.
He's been that. You know, he just try to be like undercover with it. Like I said, just even the talks about what the Haitians are doing and how they're eating animals, they repeated that shit for weeks and then come to find out it's not even true. But it's like, how can y'all just get on TV spouting shit that's not even true and creating this narrative and then be like, oh, well, yeah, it was wrong. But people already got the information. You know, everybody not going to look to see, is it true, is it not? They just go with whatever they heard somebody say and then they run with it. And it's like, we got to put a stop to that shit too. For real. Yeah. But a lot of the times, I was telling him this off camera though, maybe like a week ago. A lot of times, I feel like we fight each other when we really should be fighting the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? So
they got both of our races under a damn spell.
Exactly. And that's why it's so much division. Like they pick things to divide us by.
Divide and conquer.
Money, color, jobs,
red and blue,
careers. Yeah, they pick so much stuff to try to have us arguing with each other about shit that we can't focus on what the fuck they're doing.
And then they pay sellouts to come on here talking about how they kill black and brown people.
Facts. A lot of those comments y'all see under stuff saying shit, and they have a black face, but it be not a black person behind. You know, I don't want to single nobody out, but, you know, y'all got to watch, too, a lot of this stuff. Because on the internet, people could be whatever they want to be. You could be whoever you want to be on the internet. They don't check IDs and shit like that before you make an account. Anybody can make an account and stick a picture on there.
Yeah, like, I got fake accounts with my face going on there right now.
Exactly. So it's like, you can't even take that shit for it. That's what I say. The internet's not even a real place for real. Like, for real. You got to be careful with that shit. You really do.
Yeah.
But it's all to cause division, like I said, to keep us distracted from the problems really at hand, you know?
You know, when I was in Mexico, right, I went to Aztec war grounds. I was on pyramids and stuff like that. And I could feel my ancestors and God talking to me all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when I was more like on the, hey, why are we killing each other? You know what I'm saying? Because with the North and South wars, it's been going on for too long, red and blue in it.
Yeah.
Little do these dudes know they're actually related and family members. Little do the brothers that are killing each other, they're actually related and family members.
Right.
Little do they know that, though.
And what is the beef about, too? Because it's like sometimes y'all be doing all that beefing and it be about somebody mad because they girl and got with another dude, or you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know what y'all be beefing about. It be some dumb shit. So it's like,
there's a billion million women in this world, bro. There's strip clubs.
On.
There's things to do.
Prostitutes. It's all that online dating. Like, come on, man. Like,
go to a massage parlor. Go do something. It's so easy to make a couple $100, and you gotta go do what you gotta do. Exactly. Why are you tripping off your homie's broad, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I said. Like, the beefs be pointless, and then like you said, we losing lives, man, and we can't. Like, we already the minority, so why the fuck we killing each other, man? We helping them do what they already trying to do. Like, why are we helping them? Like, be for real, man. And it ain't always about revenge. I'm gonna say that too. Like, I feel like a lot of dudes get caught up in like revenge, you know. Yeah, it's like I gotta get it back. I gotta get it back. They did something to me. I gotta get it back.
One of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
I ain't gonna lie to you.
but you know what does the Bible say?
But you gotta think about it.
Exactly.
You gotta think about it, right?
The Bible says vengeance is mine. So sometimes you don't have to do nothing. You just have to let the Lord handle
let it play out. Because a lot of people that I wanted to smash on or do something ill to, they're on fentanyl, they're dope fiends, their jaws are over here hanging off their face. They're over here walking like this. They gotta go to the hospital every day. Like
he not lying. Like ain't nobody ever crossed me and they doing better. Exactly. Let them. Sometimes you gotta let people. Exactly. Sometimes you gotta let people do what they want to do. It ain't always about getting revenge, getting even, none of that. Sometimes you gotta let shit slide, even if it is disrespectful.
If they touch you though, put their hands on you. It's a different story.
Always can defend yourself, but if it's something you can let just slide and move on with your life, man, let it slide. If it ain't affecting your money or your kids, your family, like if it's not gonna matter 5 years from now, let that shit go.
I like how you say that. I used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
If the crime ain't worth you doing 5 years, if it's not gonna matter 5 years from now, is it worth getting a life sentence over it?
No.
Nah, because you finna get over it. You might get over that female in a couple years. You know what I'm saying? I've been in love a couple of times, and I got over them, every single one of them usually.
Yeah, me too.
And
you know,
it might take a couple years, right? But
yeah, it's not easy.
It's not worth going to kill the next brother over a hyena or a female or a sister or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying?
And I've never been the type. I don't pull up on nothing. You know, I don't ride past houses. I don't slash tires, break windows. If somebody came to me and was like, you know, I want to be with you, hey, I respect it. You know, I have no choice but to respect it, because what I'm going to do? Like, I'm not going to beat your ass. I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to do none of that. If you genuinely don't want to be with me, all I can do is respect it and let you move on. Even if it hurts me or whatever the case may be, you know. And sometimes rejection is God's protection. Like, sometimes, you know, the trash take itself out. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, you can't get too wrapped up in, well, why did this happen to me? Why did that? Sometimes stuff happens for you, not against you. It's for you. You can't see it yet, but you will, like later on down the line. I'm telling you, it'll all come full circle, man.
She got a lot of knowledge, a lot of game. For all you gameless individuals, soak it up like a sponge.
Please, I'm begging you.
Yeah, she's talking some real, you know.
And get right with God.
Oh yeah, because
you know,
because he will have his revenge.
Period. He will. He really, exactly. Like literally, though, you laughing, but I'm telling you, man.
I'm laughing because he ain't getting revenge on me.
Oh yeah,
he getting revenge on everybody else.
Exactly.
And hopefully he uses me as one of his archangels to smash too.
Yeah,
so I'm totally down with that, and I can't wait.
He already using us right now. You know, like trying to get that word out. Like you said, the youth is, you know, they straying further and further away from it, and it's just like at
smoking
a time
the
like this.
pack, you don't even understand how disrespectful that is, bro. People,
saying shit
you
like
teenagers gotta understand right now. Your brain ain't developed yet.
Yeah,
your brain don't develop till you're about 25, 26 years old. So while you're sitting there with your insecure ass thinking about your brother messing with somebody or just wanting to hurt somebody, your brain ain't even fully developed yet to understand what life's about, bro.
Period.
So why don't you give yourself some time and wait till you're about 30 years old, then you can make a rational decision.
Exactly. Because ain't nobody worth going to jail for. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. You can't do shit in jail. You going to have to do whatever a motherfucker tell you to do in jail.
You're going to be around a whole bunch of dope fiends in that place.
And that's it. And they going to tell you when to wash your ass, when to eat, when to do whatever. Any move you want to make going to be based on what the fuck somebody else wants you to do. So that's not where you want to be. Period, point blank. So
a lot of brothers, a lot of homies, a lot of just different races of people, when they get in there after like a week or two of being there, they're like, man, I really wish I didn't do that.
Always.
I really wish I didn't drink that day.
Adrenaline come down, shit starts setting in, reality starts setting in, like, damn. Yeah, damn. You can't take that back, man. I don't know how motherfuckers go to court and shit, and the judge will tell them, like, bro, 20 years, 30 years. Do you know how long that is? Like, I just feel like no situation is worth me putting that on myself.
I'm not doing none of that.
Nobody's worth taking me away from my kids for that long. Nobody's worth taking me away from my family that long. Like, nobody's worth it, bro. I cannot sit in no box for 30 fucking years while somebody tell me what I can and can't do, bro.
Yeah, so ain't nothing. Think about what she's telling you.
Yeah, it's nothing worth it. If you could give me one thing, please. Like I said, if somebody's doing something to you, that's different. Always self-defense. Always protect yourself. If you feel like it's me and you, if somebody pointing a gun at you and you feel like it's you or the other person, definitely slide for yourself. But you going out your way to do something to somebody, bro, it's not worth it, because you're gonna be the one that's fucked up. I'm telling you, man. It's not worth it.
And everything she's saying is basically she feels the pain for her race.
Yep.
She doesn't like to see, as like we talked about last time, is black on black crime, brown on brown crime. Just every single day seeing somebody get killed, and then rappers talking about how they drilled them and killed them. It's very, very kind of disrespectful.
It is very.
And ain't nobody doing nothing to no racist people though. They letting all the racist people slide. Ain't nobody saying I killed this racist dude and I put this racist
That's what
dude
I
want to
hear. Yeah, let's start a new one. That's what I want to hear. Let's start that. Let's do that. Like, when we gonna switch to that part? That's the part I want to get to.
When I was in Mexico, I was on it all day long. I was like, all the racist people, and mind you, not all white people are racist. Not all Caucasian people are racist. But there's a lot of racist people. There's a lot of racist Mexicans, racist blacks, racist white people, racist. So there's a lot of racist people in every group segment. And best believe, I've encountered mostly racism from a lot of different group segments. And I don't understand how people can hate themselves.
Right.
That shit pisses me off. How do you hate yourself or your own raza, like, or your own culture? How do you look at yourself in the mirror and look at your brother that look like you and hate him?
Facts.
And he's part of you.
Facts.
But when you see somebody else that ain't nothing like you at all, you don't do a damn thing to.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Let
some
them
hoe
get
ass
away
shit.
with everything.
That's
It is some hoe ass shit.
That's some hoe shit.
Yeah, people gotta just start standing on business again, man. We not standing on business for real. Like, Black Panther stood on business. They didn't let nothing nobody said sway them. They wasn't scared. A lot of them knew they were gonna die, and they still fought for the cause. They didn't care because they knew it was a bigger picture. They were trying to get somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So, yeah.
I like that. I wish I had more brothers like that. You know, I had a BGF Selly. He was part of BGF. His name was Leonard Miles. I talked to you guys about him before in another spill. And, you know, I thought I wasn't going to do something with this YouTube, but I bring it back around. Leonard Miles was from Oakland.
Wow.
And, you know, when he used to give me stories, he was a real passionate individual.
Yeah.
And he was yoked up in his time. Like, his arms was huge. He was a big Africano, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in the prison system back then, the Norteños and the Africanos, you know what I'm saying, were like this, you know what I'm saying? Those were our allies. Those were our brothers. I don't know how it changed, how everything got mixed up, and how we are not allies no more, but we should be. I don't know why that's not the motive anymore here. But back in the day, we were on the same struggle on the same side. They had the brown berets, you know what I'm saying? And the Black Panthers. It was almost like the same type of thing. You understand what I'm saying? So Leonard Miles used to kick down knowledge to me.
Oh, yeah.
And when he spit his stories, he would say how there was gang wars and violence in Oakland, and how his homie was getting shot up next to him, and how he got fed with bullet holes too. He would pick up his shirt, show me all his bullet holes, and I'll be sitting there listening to that dude. I'm almost gonna cry right now thinking about it.
Right,
but I'll be like, damn, blood, because
you had a hard life,
because the emotions were so real. You know, this fool wasn't lying. You feel me?
Yeah,
so later on in life, he comes into the prison system and he's in a wheelchair, right?
Aww.
And I'm looking. I'm like, man, homie look familiar. I'm in Tracy DVI, East Hall. And some stupid ass homie, you know, the Norteño program is you have postes, right? And you keep your area secured. So all of a sudden he comes rolling in, some stupid ass homeboy. I don't know, he was like a white Mexican homie. He tried to run up on him. And I'm like, hey, blood, what are you doing, bro? That homie is disabled. That man's disabled right there, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then he's like, So I almost rushed the homie, like, to get the other homies, my homies back, right? And when I got closer, I said, oh, shit, it's my boy Leonard Miles. Old school BGF, who was still mainlining. After all those years, he was still mainlining. So that means he was still BGF OG on the Yarda. That would have kicked off something with the Africano faction that day. But because someone like me has sense and has a sane brain, I'm like, well, what are you doing? First and foremost, he's disabled. And then 2, 3, 4 other homeboys come. Hey, homie, you out of pocket, brother. Homie's disabled. Don't you know what the fuck you doing out here?
Right.
So everybody check that idiot for doing that.
But why? How you trying to fight somebody in a wheelchair, my nigga? Like, be fucking for real.
There's a lot of idiots. You already have
the advantage. Yeah, definitely an idiot. Cause
and that's some real coward ass. That's
definitely some coward shit. You weak.
That's cowardism at its finest. And you know what? I didn't appreciate that at all. And
yeah, people think they get stripes for shit like that. You don't get stripes for beating up somebody that don't want to fight or that's at a disadvantage. You don't get no stripes for that, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that's not cool. I bet you they wouldn't have did that to him in his prime when his arms were this big.
Of course not.
Yeah, because he showed me pictures and he out with his homies and them fools were
right. He got bullet holes and all type of shit. Yeah. Like, obviously that's not a motherfucker you want to fuck with. No, so yeah, you wouldn't have did that if he wasn't in a wheelchair. Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
That's
I also had another homeboy named Butch. He was a Kumi. That was like right under the BGF. And I remember one time we was in the county jail, right? And this Wood dude in there was talking hella crazy to this young brother, right? Africano brother, right? And Butch got involved because the bigger dude was like almost 20 years older than him and bigger than him. And he was trying to punk on him. And he said, look, little homie, you're going to have to roll it up if you don't fight that dude. Straight up, homie. If you don't fight this dude right now, bro, I'm going to whoop your ass and then you're getting up out of here. So what happened was the little homie, who was about 19 years old,
like that.
They squared up.
Period.
And he won the fight. Actually whooped dude's ass. Dude had no hands. Right? And then afterwards, Butch told him, he said, you disrespect another African in this module, bro. Yeah. And I'm on your head next.
Period.
Don't ever disrespect another African in this module.
Period.
So those are the type of brothers that I admire.
Yeah,
I don't admire the ones that are like, let me kill this sucker over here because he got a blue rag or red rag on, even though we're the same race.
This hood or that hood. Come on,
bro. Unless it's like real serious, but still at the end of the day, if he's just from somewhere else, it's like, damn, what's going on? And that's the same for the Mexican people too. Like, Mexicans hate Mexican people.
Yeah, why?
They hate each other for some unknown reason. They love to see the next brown man fall for some unknown reason. Yes. They want to see
shit in the black community.
They want to see their other homie just.
They be waiting.
They be waiting.
Like literally crabs in a barrel, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. And I'm glad you said that too, because there's been a lot of, talk going around. People like, oh, like they try to make it seem like only black people do it. No. Other races do it too, and not even just Mexicans either. Like a lot of races do that shit. I don't know why. I don't know, but like I said, I don't even think it's a race thing. Look at the white folks, the Caucasian folks. They do it in the court system. Exactly.
They're not out here. Hey, white boy. Hey, get the hell off my block. You're wearing a Republican flag, and I'm a Democrat.
They definitely don't.
They're not doing that. They're going into the court system and arguing, passing bills, passing notes, like they're doing shit the legal way, like how we should be trying to do it.
Facts. And they be hating on their own too. I saw them motherfuckers that be doing them life insurance policies and killing their wives and shit and think they gonna get away with it. Like they ain't slick either, you know what I'm saying? They be their own downfall too sometimes. We done seen it live, we done seen motherfuckers acting racist and shit get caught on camera. Now they whole fucking career is ruined. Now they crying, begging for somebody to give them a second chance. It's like, no, like,
it's a new day and age.
It is. It really is. Like, you got to watch what you do, watch what you say, shit like that. But that's funny, the story you said about the fighting, because that was kind of like my mom's story growing up. Like, she had this bully that used to pick on her all the time. And, like, once my auntie found out they went to the same school, she was like, you better beat her, beat her out. Or she was like, oh, you got to fight me.
Yeah.
So my mama fought the girl and whooped her ass.
Yeah, that's
and she been whooping ass ever since. They never took another L after that. Yeah, so that's crazy.
I advise people just to go old school. Why do this? Why do this?
Yeah.
Just old school.
Yeah. And if you lose, Nick, come back.
Go shake your hand, drink a beer
or something. Yeah, right. That too, right. You feel me? If you feel like you still want to get your ones off, then go work out, go do what you need to do.
My brother told me the other day, sometimes you got to get your ass whooped to give an ass whooping.
Yeah, exactly. That's true too.
It make it harder, bro. It's not, you might feel a little embarrassed or something or whatever, but you know what? What's there to be embarrassed about, bro?
Yeah, right. You stood up for yourself. You didn't. I'd be more embarrassed to not fight. You know what I'm saying? To not do nothing. That's embarrassing. Right. To let somebody feel like they can do whatever to you and you don't want to protect yourself. Regardless of how you feel like you can protect yourself. Shit, you better pick something up if you don't know how to fight or do something, but don't ever let nobody feel like they can just walk all over you. Never.
That is not the agenda over here.
Yeah, it's not, period.
Yeah, but at the same time though, you don't got to take it to the next level. You know, sometimes you might want to get an OG involved, get a couple OGs and take it to the boxing gym. Remember on the Jackson 5 movie when Joe came out, was like, put the gloves on. Go back to using the gloves, bro.
Yeah,
put some money on there. You guys like rolling dice and gambling and doing all that extra shit. Put the gloves on, you so tough, bro.
That's what I like about women, because we still fight. We never stop. Like, we'll pull up. Like, no, I'm just like, I'm keeping it real. Like, if y'all know women, like, women will, bitch, what? Oh, okay, nigga, let's pull up. Like, we fighting. Ain't never gonna be no guns or nothing like that. Nigga, we fighting. You got a problem? Exactly, and that's it. And we gonna go on about our business. If we want to go another round, we gonna meet up again. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that with us, and I'm so glad, because, like, why do we have to kill each other? Because at the end of the day, you not even knowing who you taking that person away from. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got family that love us. We all the same, for real. We all the same. We all human, man, for real. So just think, like, some shit don't need to be that permanent, bro. Like, can you imagine killing somebody because you was mad about some silly shit? Didn't it dawn on you when you sitting in that fucking cell and you ain't coming home no time soon, man?
We're all tribal members.
Yes.
Jesus, whether you guys know it or not, you better read your book. He is a tribal member.
Yeah.
He comes for the 12 tribes. Key word, tribes.
Yeah, do your spiritual work.
Yeah.
Do your spiritual work, man, for real.
Think about that. So it's like you just taking out your own, how are your ancestors looking at you?
Man.
They looking down at you like, damn. And that's why me.
It's my bloodline.
When I was growing up doing that, like when I was in Mexico, I said, man, I always felt like the African brothers and the Mexican brothers that I ever fought were sellouts. Yeah. Like they either got paid to try to do something towards me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I usually get on them regardless, And then when I do come across a real solid homeboy or a real solid brother, right? And it's a very great feeling at that point, because now me and that guy have a special connection and a special bond, and we know we think alike. So great minds think alike.
Exactly.
And I've always connected closely to people like that. Even, you know, a couple Samoans, a couple Ooses. You know, I have my homie Psycho, who was a white boy, but, you know, that fool was really with the business, not racist at all. So for all the white folks out there that just love being alive and living under the trees and just living cool, hey, man, much respect to y'all, man. They're the ones that ain't racist.
Right,
you feel what I'm saying?
Right, because people don't talk about them enough. No, for real.
Yeah, and we got to give them the props
help,
too,
you know, fight the cause and all of that. You know, some of y'all be out at the front lines.
And right now, I'm living with some white people that just, I was homeless for 2 months. Ain't nobody said, come on, Toro, come on, LT, come on, Antonio, you can come to my house. Right. Except for this nice, kind white guy that let me in.
Ain't that crazy?
So I know he's not racist. So, but for our people to be, it seems like nowadays that our people are racist towards their own race.
Yeah, right. What happened? Right, what happened? They are. They really are. Like I said, it just crabs in a barrel. I don't get it, man. I don't, because it's like, I just want to know what's the point. Like, what do they feel like they're gaining, you know? Because you can cheat your way through life, but that you ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? You could win the battle, but you're not gonna win the war. Like, you can't, there's no shortcuts with this shit, man. If you doing something scandalous, the universe gonna see. If nobody else see, the universe keeping count. Know that.
Everything dark comes to light.
Period. It's nothing that can stay hidden, and that should be obvious with all the shit that's going on in the news and the Diddy shit, and like, it seemed like a lot of skeletons coming out of everybody's closet. You know what I'm saying? So shit that they probably thought was never gonna come out. They thought their money was gonna protect them. They thought the people around them was gonna protect them. No, but the higher power is, how you gonna escape that? Ain't nobody stronger than God.
That's why I'm still alive. Because people been trying to poison me and take me out for about 7-8 years, and I'm still right here talking to you, and I haven't been smoking, I haven't been drinking no beer, you know what I'm saying? Never no hard drugs at all. And it's just, you know, I feel stronger each and every day. I always give it up to the creator of the universe.
Yeah, me too, always.
So you know, that's one thing you guys should understand. Do you want to touch anything else on, you know, the Oakland, you know, the culture, or anything about your culture, or anything else? You know, I
wanted to say too about like the Black Panthers, because, you know, in their 10-point plan, they included everybody. Like, I know it was called the Black Panthers, and that just came from like the actual Black Panther. Like, that was just a symbol, you know. And they got that from Alabama. Stokely Carmichael had a thing he was fighting down there with his people, and they had the Black Panther on their flyers, and that's where the Black Panther Party got that from. Yeah. But when they, in their 10-point plan, it says a lot about Black and brown communities, oppressed people. So they weren't really focused on color or whatever. They were just focused on the people that needed the help, people that felt like there was no way out. You know what I'm saying? So it was never tailored to just Black people. It was for everybody that wanted to see a change. And that's why they killed Fred Hampton. He was the Chicago Black Panthers chapter. They killed him because as soon as he came in, it was like, it's gonna be all of us against the powers that be. He wanted to get everybody together to fight against the government. You know, it wasn't about, oh, lady, yeah, I just got the Black people, I just need the Black people. No, he wanted everybody, because he knew, like, we were all fighting each other for nothing. Like,
No, you're right.
Yeah, no, like, it's just crazy though. It's just crazy though. And they killed that man. Like, nobody went to jail for it. Like, they really walked in this man's house and killed him, and nothing happened. Like, they were able to do shit like that even back then. And it's just like, it's crazy to me. It's really crazy to me.
Man.
And he was like, what, 19, 20? He was young as fuck. Man. But he was sparking that change. They could tell that he was really making progress and what he was doing in the movement he was pushing, and they killed him. They had somebody set him up and put something in his drink.
As soon as you try to promote peace, it seems like all these haterade ass people be just not liking it. They cringe because they really on the dark side.
Yeah, because your light irritates their demons.
Exactly. And you know what? That's just all they think that shit goes unanswered. Nah. They think that
never.
They think that they ain't gonna have to answer for that. No, they gonna answer to that.
And that's what I be laughing at, because it be the people that be doing shit and think that they got off scot-free. It's like, you will never, ever.
No, it's not happening.
Never.
That's why if you see a lot of the people that ever disrespected me, right? If you look at them, they got craters in their face. They got big old beards to hide the craters and the ugliness in them. Look at me. I'm 37 years old. I still look young and very, very vibrant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I'm 34.
Looking great as well. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so,
you know, 2 kids.
Right. So it's like, you know, we over here shining right now. We're trying to spit a great message to our people and our community. You know what I'm saying? That's what this whole spiel is about today.
Yeah, we got to come together, y'all.
The Black and brown community need to come together. again, and stop being so racist towards each other.
Yes.
The people in LA, like y'all been fighting each other for years.
Hella long. What has it done? That's my thing too. Y'all be doing shit for so long. What has it done? Like, obviously we need to switch it and try it a different way, because the way that shit is being done is not working. And a lot of the shit we've been doing and the models we've been following been shit that's been going on for centuries. Like, we have to change something, bro. Obviously that's not the way. It's not the way, because it's changing nothing. It's not changing shit. So yeah, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting something to be different. Nigga, nothing's gonna be different until we change. And so we gotta change, man. For real.
Well, you know what? We got somebody over here doing some yard work now. And
they hated on us.
Do you feel like touching on any other subjects before this dude comes over here?
I just wanted to say Oakland, California made Rocky Road ice cream. I don't know if y'all knew that. It's a little fun fact. Somebody in Oakland, California came up with the Mai Tai. That's an Oakland created drink. What else? Oh, the phone booth, like the old school phone booth. I think it used to be like wooden or something like that, and like somebody made it to where, you know, the ones we used to see growing up or whatever. But yeah, just a little fun facts or whatever. But like he said, Saturday Black Panthers are doing something. So
they're giving out, they're doing the free food. I think it's in West Oakland. It's like the cowboy event, I think it was called. The brother just told me. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna share her YouTube channel. So when you guys are done watching this, go add and subscribe to her. She's an upcoming YouTuber.
Yes.
As you can tell, she has a very, very articulate mind and speech.
Yes.
So she's a very smart-minded person, I meant to say, with articulate speech.
Yes.
So you guys go do that. We're going to leave the link in the description.
Yes. My channel is called Gems for Growth, y'all. So I'm just, like you said, I'm going to be just dropping gems. Gems, like GMS for growth. Like, okay. So I'm just gonna be dropping. Like I said, I don't really have like a particular subject. Like, God just told me to talk about what's on my heart, you know. So whatever message I get, that's what I'm gonna be talking about. And like I said, it's gonna be little gems that y'all could probably use to switch some shit up or whatever the case may be. And I'm like 200 followers away from being monetized, and I know he got like 5,000 followers. So if just 200 of y'all can come follow me and follow
all y'all go follow her, bro. What you mean? All of y'all go follow her. Go subscribe. It costs you nothing.
Yes, it don't. Exactly. Just come fuck with me. Like I said, you gonna leave, you know, you gonna leave with something. That's all I'm gonna say. You ain't just gonna come to my channel and not be able to apply no shit to your daily life or whatever the case may be. So, you know.
Right on, homegirl.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It was great having you back on my channel.
No, we gonna do more stuff too.
And I'm gonna go on her channel.
Exactly.
She gonna interview Toro. You know what I'm saying? So.
And ask him about his culture and his growing up and his upbringing, all of that. Like, I want to know all of that. Like, I'm a sucker for knowledge. Like, I want to learn every day. I try to learn every day. I try to teach myself something new every day. So, yeah.
Hey, there ain't none. That's the best thing that you could ever do for yourself.
Literally, my grandma always told me you ain't never too old to learn something, and that always stuck with me. Like, cause you're not. You can walk around thinking you know everything, but shit, yeah, you'll learn something at 60 that you never knew.
Older people in here, you can always learn something from someone younger. Just like someone younger can learn something from somebody older.
Hey, facts.
It goes both ways, man. There's a lot of stuff that's coming up nowadays that people are going to school for. Like I don't know about a lot of things, but you know, I'm gonna start college in a couple of months, and hopefully I get my education on.
Yeah, hell
and get my knowledge up more to other things, you know.
Period. Hell yeah.
So you guys add, subscribe, of course, to this channel right here, Little Toro. All you gotta do is look up Little Toro on YouTube. When you see my face, just hit the King T button, press subscribe, and we're gonna leave the link in hers. Okay, so. Much love to all my Africano brothers, much love to all my brown brothers, and much love to all the people in the world that just have a good heart and ain't racist, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I just wanted to leave everybody with that note right there.
Yes, yes. Get out into nature, y'all. Come outside, man. Get grounded. Take some time to meditate, stuff like that. You know, y'all need to get y'all energy right. You gotta get your energy right.
Get your energy right. Get back into nature, y'all. Hey, it's King T TV, baby.